Okay, afternoon boys. We're going to be looking at volumes, areas and perimeters in this video. Now, specifically we're going to be looking at sectors. Sectors are kind of parts of circles, they're like pizza slices, and we're looking at areas of sectors and arc lengths. So if you have a pizza slice, it will be like the crust. And also we will be looking at volumes and surface areas of, wait for it, prisms, spheres, and cones. Okay, now the key thing to this particular topic is a lot of the marks in any exam are what we would call free marks, because they're very easy to get. All you have to know is that almost all the formulae, they are in the first page of your exam. Okay, they're there. That's where they are. That's where you find almost all of these formulae. Okay, I'm going to refer to the first page of the exam in this video as the formula booklet. And I'll make sure I give you, whenever we do work on this, a page of formulas that you can use. Okay. Unfortunately though, with sectors, you don't get the formula. So here we go. Here's a kind of a question. Now, what is the area and perimeter of this particular shape? Okay, so we don't get the formula for area and perimeter of sectors in the formula booklet. You do get the formula for circles. So the formula for circle, we know the area is pi r squared. We know that for this particular question, r is 5, so if it was a circle, if it was a whole circle, the whole pizza would be area 25 pi. 5 squared is 25, 25 pi. If we were looking at the circumference, i.e. how big the whole of the pizza crust would be, how long it is, in the formula booklet you can find that formula, 2 pi r. Okay, so for this particular question, the whole crust of this pizza would be 10 pi. Okay, great. So now we just need to work out the area of this particular pizza slice, or this sector. Okay, so this sector, well, what proportion, what fraction of the whole pizza is it? Well, really, it's just 30 over 360. 30 is the angle we have, and 360 is the total angle. So that's the fraction of the circle, or of the pizza that we're working out. So it's going to be 30 over 360 times by the area of the whole circle. In this particular case, 30 over 360 is 1/12, so we have 1/12 of the whole circle, times by pi r squared for the area of the circle. We already worked that out earlier, so that's 1/12 times by 25 pi. This ends up being 25 pi over 12. So that is the area of this sector. Now the perimeter. We're going to have, if we draw around the perimeter, which I'm kind of doing now, we have the two radiuses, the radii, the 5 centimeter on the bottom side and the left-hand side, and we have this L at the top, this particular bit of the crust. So if we think about it, we've got L plus two radiuses, radii, which is 10, L plus 10. Now what is L? Well, L is a fraction of the circumference. It's a fraction of the total circumference, and specifically, it's 30 over 360 times by the circumference. Yes, that's what L is. And then the perimeter, we'll take that L and we'll add 10 to it. Okay, so if we fill out some more details, 30 over 360 we know is a 1/12, and the circumference is 2 pi r. And then we're going to add the 10 again. 2 pi r we worked out from earlier is 10 pi, so we end up with 10 pi over 12 plus 10. This is the perimeter. You can put these numbers in your calculator and get an answer which you round to, say, 2 decimal places or something. I'm going to leave it like this, 5 pi over 6 plus 10, just simplifying the fraction. Okay, now in general, when you have questions like this, 30 over 360, the idea can be generalized. This is really just the angle divided by 360, and then you're going to take that's the fraction of the circle, and to find the sector area, you're either going to times it by the total area of the circle, or to find the arc length, you'll times it by the circumference. Okay? And L here, I've just made a note on your sheet as well, that L is the arc length. Okay? Great, so we're going to be looking now at another question. So here is the question, it's on the second page of your sheet. So we've got this arc length being 16 pi, we've got the radius being 18, and the question is work out theta, work out the angle. Okay, so we need to know some things. We need to know the arc length. We do know the arc length, we know it's 16 pi. But we know a formula for the arc length from the other page. We can say, well, it's some fraction of the circle, it's theta over 360, that's the fraction, times by the circumference, 2 pi r. So theta over 360, and 2 pi r is, in this case, 2 pi r is 18, r is 18, so it's 2 times 18, 36, 36 pi. Okay? Simplifying slightly, this could be written as theta over 10 times pi, because 36 divided by 360 is a tenth. Okay? Right. From here, well, this is the formula, this is this particular formula for the arc length, and we know the arc length is 16 pi, so I'm going to write the left-hand side as 16 pi in all cases. Okay? Now we just simplify. So 16 pi, we're trying to find theta, so we're going to multiply both sides by 10 to give us 160 pi is equal to theta pi. And now just divide both sides by pi to give you theta is equal to 160 degrees. Okay, so that's the angle there, and that sort of looks right for the question. It's a bit less than 180 degrees, and the diagrams are obviously not to scale. Okay, finally, if we're going to look at area of sector, this is what you're going to do on your own. The formula, I think, is on the sheet. So theta divided by 360 times by pi r squared. So what I'd like you to do is to work out the area of the sector in the diagram. Okay, I'll leave this video here, and in the next video we will talk more about volumes of spheres and cones.